Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn. Our guest is Dr. Paul Corona, author of Healing the Mind and Body. We are talking today about unleashing the secret truths within each and every one of us. Those secret truths that hold us back, that make us addictive, that make us overweight, that make us not want to leave our homes. Each and every one of us has these secrets. Do we all know our secrets, or do we have to open that secret door to get those secrets out, Dr. Paul?
Well, it's really all about understanding, and I think that's what my books are about, is teaching people what that mind-body connection really means. For example, going back to like in Asian medicine for years, they talk about the qi and the chai and the meridia and all that. So they knew way back before we understood neurochemistry that there was something going on within the system, and the electrical flows within the system, and when they're putting needles in and they're doing that, I think it was an ancient way of rebalancing the chemistry in the system. And now, since we know more about actual neurochemistry over this last century, it's our knowledge has advanced quite a bit.
I know that acupuncture doctors that I've talked to over the years have told me that it's an energy rather than the chemicals. That's what they're talking about.
Right.
And they have done studies on acupuncture. In fact, we just talked to somebody in Asia or in Australia who told me that often they will use acupuncture instead of for anesthesia, or at least partial anesthesia, because there's no side effects.
Right.
It's amazing to me.
Yeah, it is amazing, and it works. There's no question it works. But when they say energy, they mean, modernly we think about electricity. We know about the electricity in the system, but we don't think about, again, the chemical part is the secret part that people don't think. People think chemical means liquid, and so they say, well, that's a solid organ. How can there be liquid in there? So that's the secret part, is the electrical chemical connection is the key of it.
Isn't the human brain still 80% water or something like that?
There you go. Most of our body is water, but we don't think of it that way because we see solid organs and we don't think of the liquid and that's what happens at a microscopic level in between the cells.
Can we now see that interaction between cells? Do you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. With electron microscopes, they can see the cell-to-cell interactions, and each nerve cell connects to about 1,000 others, and the chemicals travel around our systems at about the rate of about 1,000 times every second. So this is a lot going on very quickly and microscopically in our bodies.
So when I'm eating that apple pie, the charge that I get, the chemical releases that I get of pleasure are circulating. And I'm going to say I want more of that. That's where the addiction comes in.
Yeah, and the chemical that's tied into mostly probably dopamine, we call the pleasure chemical, and that's the chemical that gives us pleasure when we do certain pleasurable activities like eating and sexual activities and things like that.
I was hoping you would say sex, which is a good form of exercise. I just wanted to point that out. Only if you do it right? Yeah. No. You know what they say about sex, and doctor, you back me up on this. Even bad sex is better than the best burger in the world.
I agree.
Or best apple pie in the world. Go ahead, Earl. You had...
Well, I was just thinking of the movie with Kevin Spacey. Was it Kevin Spacey where the apple pie and sex came together?
Oh, American Pie. That's
American Pie.
American Pie.
Great movie.
Yeah, good movie. Oh, well. Dr. Paul D. Corona has been joining us, and he is the author of Healing the Mind and Body. Let's see if next week we can get your editor and the man who wrote the foreword on with us as well, okay?
Sounds
and we'll be talking about the spiritual aspect, I guess, of the mind, of healing the mind and body, and of course, figuring out how all three of these integrate into an individual person. As always, Dr. Paul, a pleasure. If you want information, you can go to Dr. Paul's website, which is, let's see if I can get it right, drpaulcoronamd.com.
Right, and DR for doctor, so drpaulcoronamd.com.
Got it. Or you can go to latenighthealth.com, and Dr. Paul's picture is on our website. Okay, I'm Mark Alyn. Have a good couple minutes. We'll be back with more. Hour 2 coming up on Late Night Health.